Comprehensive Plan of Action, JCPOA, collapsed in 2018, and efforts to revive it have faltered. Enrichment levels now exceed pre-deal limits. The ambiguity serves Tehran's interests. It creates a permanent state of caution among its enemies while avoiding the consequences of a confirmed weapons test. Strategic psychology. Beyond hardware and software, Iran's real-time strategy is psychological. It keeps adversaries guessing. It signals aggression while practicing restraint. It projects weakness to lure underestimation and then retaliates with ferocity. This blend of tactics, ideology, and unpredictability is what defines Iran's current climate. The stage is now set for global implications, not just for military analysts, but for investors, diplomats, and global citizens alike. The rise of Iran's military prowess in 2025 isn't occurring in isolation. It is sending ripple effects through global financial markets, trade networks, and defense strategies. Imagine this. It's late 2025. The sun sets over the Persian Gulf, casting a red horizon. Global oil prices are skyrocketing. International news outlets buzz with breaking reports. Iran has just completed groundbreaking military exercise involving hypersonic drones, satellite warfare, and AI systems. The DR is a rare statement, closely monitoring the situation. Welcome to the new era of... For decades, stood at the center of geopolitical tension. Often portrayed as a rogue state, its military capacity has long been a subject of speculation, debate, and concern. But as of 2025, Iran is no longer simply a regional player. It's rapidly evolving into a global military influencer. In this documentary, we're going to explore how Iran's military has grown into one of the most self-sufficient and unpredictable on the planet. We'll trace its historical roots, evaluate its present capabilities, and isn't occurring in isolation. Through the eyes, it is sending ripple effects through global financial intelligence, simulation, trade networks, and defense forecasts. And this isn't just about war and weapons. The rise of Iran's military power is reshaping global finance, oil flows, political alliances, but as of 2025, and trade routes, Iran is no longer simply a investor player or a policy enthusiast. Evolving into a global military impact the USA, in this documentary, we're going to explore how Iran's military is just a history lesson. This is a journey through time, technology, and tension. One documentary we're the global order in the years ahead. Or how Iran's military strength has grown into one of the most five. We must self-sufficient and unpredictable go back to its foundational historical transformations. The Islamic Revolution in 1979 wasn't occurring in isolation. Through the eyes of ripple effects, military financial intelligence, simulation, and replaced it with ideologically driven forces. Particularly the Islamic Revolution. This isn't just about war and guard corps. The rise of Iran's parallel military structure that prioritized loyalty to the regime over conventional tactics or is reshaping during the Iran-Iraq War, 1980-1988, political alliance, but as of 2025, Iran is no longer simply a investor or a policy isolated from the global arms market due to a dramatically impact Iran was forced. In this documentary, we're going to explore how Iran's asymmetric warfare. This is a journey that relied on unconventional technology and proxies, and document geography and ideologies to neutralize or how Iran understood the strength of Iran's grown into one of the early 2000s. We must saw Iran investing in missile technology, military capabilities in the Strait of Hormuz. The Islamic Revolution in 1979 was the Hezbollah in Lebanon through the isolation interaction military intelligence simulation replaced with Iran's strategic forces. Particularly the Islamic Revolution battle and guard corps. Far from the rise of Iran's military. By 2010, Iran began advancing its drone technology to the regime, a decision largely ignored by the West during the Iran-Iraq War, deadly precision and regional conflict. Iran faced a nuclear program. Iran is no longer attention of global death. Although the 2015 JCPOA temporarily curtailed impact, Iran's ambition to implement the U.S. withdrawal from how Iran's asymmetry reignited Iran's pursuit of strategy that relied on. The assassination of General Qasem Soleimani in 2020, arguably Iran's most powerful military mind, was seen as a devastating blow. Yet it only accelerated Iran's determination to decentralize military leadership, increase integration, and deepen ties with Russia, China, and North Korea. By the early 2020s, sanctions had cornered Iran, but paradoxically, they made its military more self-sufficient. Local engineers and black market deals filled the gaps. From reverse-engineered U.S. weapons to entirely indigenous production lines, Iran's military was quietly but steadily growing. As 2025 arrives, this decades-long evolution culminates in a defense machine that's adaptive, resilient, and no longer predict climate. As of 2025, Iran's military posture is defined by strategic flexibility, regional entrenchment, and technological evolution. With escalating tensions in the Strait of Hormuz, ongoing proxy wars, and growing international isolation, Tehran has doubled down on creating a military ecosystem that thrives without Western cooperation. Technological leapfrog. One of the most impressive recent developments is Iran's drone fleet. Using commercial components, local manufacturing, and reverse-engineered Western designs, Iran has built an arsenal that includes suicide drones, surveillance UAVs, and long-range combat drones. The Shahed 136, for example, has seen action in Ukraine via Russian deployment, Syria, and Iraq. Iran's cyber warfare capabilities have also matured. The IRGC's cyber division has been linked to data breaches in U.S. infrastructure, Israeli water systems, and European banking institutions. Unlike conventional warfare, cyber warfare offers Tehran plausible deniability while delivering maximum geopolitical leverage. Regional influence. Iran's real-time battlefield experience continues through its network of proxies. In Syria, Iranian-backed militias remain critical to Assad's regime. In Iraq, Kataib Hezbollah and similar groups have become political players. The Houthis in Yemen now deploy advanced missile systems and drone swarms, many of which originate in Iran. This decentralization allows Iran to exert influence while maintaining distance from direct blame. It's not just a it's a geopolitical chess move that drains the resources and attention of rival powers, especially the United States, Saudi Arabia. Naval and ballistic development. U.S. naval presence in the Persian Gulf, Iran has expanded its maritime capabilities. The IRGC Navy focuses on asymmetric warfare, fast attack boats, mine-laying, and anti-ship missiles. It also boasts a fleet of mini-submarines, ideal for shallow waters. Iran's ballistic missile program is now the most advanced in the Middle East. Ranging from short-range to medium-range systems, Iran's missiles can strike American bases. In the region, Israeli cities, and European targets. Satellite imagery suggests development of long-range systems that could eventually pose a transcontinental threat. Isolation breeds innovation. Ongoing sanctions have cut Iran off from global financial systems, weapons markets, and technology pipelines. Yet this hasn't crippled its military. It has motivated underground network. Imagine this. It's late 2025. The sun sets over the Persian Gulf, casting a reddish hue on the horizon. Global oil prices are skyrocketing. International news outlets buzz with breaking reports. Iran has just completed a groundbreaking military exercise involving hypersonic drones, satellite warfare, and AI-driven defense systems. The Pentagon releases a rare statement. We are closely monitoring the situation. Welcome to the new era of power in the Middle East. For decades, Iran has stood at the center of geopolitical tension. Often portrayed as a rogue state, its military capacity has long been a subject of speculation, debate, and concern. But as of 2025, Iran is no longer simply a regional player. It's rapidly evolving into a global military influencer. In this documentary, we're going to explore how Iran's military has grown into one of the most self-sufficient and unpredictable forces on the planet. We'll trace its historical roots, evaluate its present capabilities, and look ahead to the near future. Through the eyes of fictional experts, intelligent simulations, and credible economic forecasts. And this isn't just about war and weapons. The rise of Iran's military power is reshaping global finance, oil flows, political alliances, and trade routes. Whether you're a student of history, an investor, or a policy enthusiast, what's happening in Iran could dramatically impact the USA, UK, and the world economy. So buckle up. This isn't just a history lesson. This is a journey through time, technology, and tension, one that could define the global order in the years ahead. To understand the strength Iran commands in 2025, we must go back to its foundational military transformations. The Islamic Revolution in 1979 was the turning point. It dismantled the Western-trained military hierarchy of the Shah and replaced it with ideologically driven forces, particularly the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, IRGC, a parallel military structure that prioritized loyalty to the regime over conventional tactics. During the Iran-Iraq War, 1980,